Hello everyone. Imagine you are on day 98 of CIRP and 82 days left until your T plus deadline. And right now your PUFE opinion is overdue. Your provisional RA list is overdue. Your information memorandum is also overdue. And your Form E annual fees still not filed. This is the exact situation this dashboard was built to prevent. So what is it? This is the IBC CIRP Management Dashboard built in Excel by a registered IP, that is me, for all the insolvency professionals managing active CRP cases. You just have to enter one date, that is the CRP commencement date, and every deadline across the workbook calculates automatically. No cloud, no third-party software, no data leaving your machine. Let me show you how it works. So this is the total workbook where everything has been prepared in Excel and different worksheets are there. So I will first give you overlook of this master input. So in this master input sheet, we have to just enter the T date. Everything flows from the master input sheet. One T date, that's it. CRP commencement date. IRP receipt date, that is the order receipt date, all entered once, no duplicacy. Every data pulls over here from here. So after that, we can enter the data over the COC meetings data, which are mentioned over here, like notice service date, meeting date, everything is auto pulled at every lit stage. We will show you the COC minutes also, and generally it is 180 days, but if exclusion is granted by the Honorable NCLT, then we shall surely write over here, and so our exclusion period is automatically captured in over here. So this is the CRP closure date we have mentioned, so that in case of liquidation or dissolution, direct dissolution now, so this date can be entered for complete handover. So this dashboard gives you a clear picture at a glance. Like for example, it is for the party name of the party I have already mentioned over here. So we are at the 99th day and days remaining is 171 days. CRP deadline date is so and so. As we have increased the CRP deadline date by 180 days, so this is showing as so and so. So basically this is the CRP deadline date, extended date is so and so. If we delete this extended date over here, then it will also be changed. I will show you. So the extended period is T plus 90. So this is the T plus 270 days, otherwise it will show the same. So basically this process bar shows you exactly where you are in the CRP window. Every major milestone from admission to resolution plan approval with a live auto updating status. This tracker sheet is basically, I call it a CRP milestone tracker sheet, where you have to punch in only the actual date over here, like at T plus 0, which I auto fetch from the last sheet, and after that these sheets are automatically entered, so you don't have to change anything, or it cannot be changed at your glance also. It is auto fitted, and only the yellow part over here, the actual date, enter here. I have already mentioned you have to enter over there. So it will track all your records, whether it is pending, whether it is delayed, and whether it is done. So it is, the details are mentioned, and further IBC section is also mentioned, which section, which regulations referred over here. And in some of the cases, like we require ballot voting or COC approval is required, so I have also mentioned over here the COC filing and whether it has to be filed with the NCLT. So this type of reference purpose has been given. The priority tab is given so that the nature of complexity may be known. Otherwise, you can also put your remarks accordingly. So these are the things I have already mentioned over here. So now I will take you the alert engine. So this is the next sheet. So basically this data sheet is derived from the previous sheet one, and now while going through a sheet, it automatically tells you whether RP has formed an opinion. In our case, we have not yet formed an opinion, so it is saying as per regulation 35A, it is still overdue. So 17, basically this sheet is a 17 preloaded milestones I have already mentioned. You can add or less according to your wishes. Each one shows a live status track, whether it is done, on track, upcoming, like it is coming, or urgent or overdue. So right now this is the live case. 4 items are flashed in red, which is overdue, and T plus 75 days we have already mentioned that PUFE transaction is still pending. We have to file. It is overdue by 24 days. We have to file it immediately and make an opinion. T plus 85, it is the provisional list has to be issued, for which has not been issued as on date, so it is delayed by 14 days. So X, Y, Z may be a reason you have to mention over here. You have to just mention at the reference sheet in dashboard. So it will automatically pick the data. Like in T plus 95 days, we have already delayed for the information memorandum by 4 days. And in this case, 2 are urgent, which has to be filed. So urgent lists are there. We can also filter over here. This is your daily action list. No spreadsheet to be built, no formula to write. This is automatic. This is purely automated, and it is being captured from the last. Now we come up to the major part, that is COC meetings. So every time when we have an COC meeting, so no proper records are generally maintained, which COC minutes, which resolution number, under which voting percentage has been passed. So we have maintained a clean sheet in which everything is in systematically shown, and this 7th row and 8th row is auto fetched from the first sheet I show you in the master input. So this is automatically fetched from this sheet. So just it will inform you whether the COC minutes are on track line or notice period has been issued on timeline or not. For each meeting, it's check compliance automatically. For example, in first COC meeting, notice period is complied. 6 days notice given. In second meetings, minutes are filed 7 days, like over here. Not minutes timelines are not complied, and 7 days it is sent in 7 days, which exceeds 48 hours. It is automatically fetched, and if we punch in on that sheet, it will automatically grade. So in IBBI compliance sheet, this is the IBBI compliance sheet. This is a complete compliance register made to be made with the IBBI and IPA. This includes CP 1, 2, 3, 3A, 3B forms, 4, Form E, Form EA. Every forms are listed over here. IP monthly compliances, half-yearly returns, everything has been mentioned over here. We can add rows over here if extended guidelines or has been increased. Right now, for example, CP5 is overdue, so I have mentioned it's overdue, and some of the cases it will mention not yet due, some is pending, some is late by so and so. Everything is in one place, so we can have a direct track record where there are submissions before the IPA IBBI is being filed or not, and if it is being delayed, it is being monitored regularly why we are delaying it. So if we have deputed someone to our staff for filing the status, he can just enter the actual date files. We can verify whether it isn't filed or not. No personal tracker, no phone calls to make, just update the sheet. Now this is also another sheet, that the claim register. On the face of it, I have mentioned that what is the date of the claim, date of acceptance, rejection, date of intimation to the IBI, and amount claim. This is the basic information. You can also, you may be preparing the Excel sheet for it or the word paper, but for a single workbook, I have mentioned this information. And this is now the liquidation reference. I will show you the liquidation reference also. If the CRP moves to the liquidation reference sheet is ready, sir. Enter the CRP commencement date. For example, if we are entering over here, we are changing it, so all the dates are automatically changed. We just have to enter the actual dates so that we can monitoring accordingly. So these are the sections and everything. LCD date we have mentioned, Form B announcement, value appointment, claim with SSC, constitution dates, quarterly progress report, everything is mentioned over here. Like which, for example, we have to file a progress report IM, so it is mentioned over here, which is the due deadline, and this date is also automatically passed. Like hearing tracker is also there. So in hearing tracker, basically all the NCLT filings, all the NCLT trackers is there. So we can file, we can have an update on each and every NCLT hearings or NCLT High Court, Supreme Court, Honorable Supreme Court. All the track can be made. What was the last order issues to us on so and so. So we have tried to capture each and every data. We can add rows and columns over here also. And this is the NCLT filing, which is the NCLT filings we have made, and name of the filing number. This filing number is generally required filing of the IPA forms. So I've mentioned IPA filing number, name of the counsel who has been engaged, in which tribunal it is pending, case number, brief description, what is the case, order status, what is the status, whether it is disposed of, admitted, taken on record, and what is the next date of hearing, status, whether it is admitted, filed, confirmed, like this. Afterwards, this is the list of the key professionals and the persons to whom the correspondence has to be sent. So I have mentioned that whom to contact and when to contact and what was the mode of contacting them. And this is the valuer list of valuers, list of IRP professional. This is the total UC members list whom to be, because every time you can't share number to the contact your staff, so they can have a ready reference from this sheet also. So this is the limitation tracker. This is also been coming from the previous sheet. Explain, this is the basic replica of the last one, but this is the statutory guideline saying what is pending, what is not. So this is the compliance module. I call it a compliance module because CRP is divided into module wise as per my understanding and my understanding of the law. So first module 1 is for the claim register verification. So once the first part is approved, then we have to just verify whether a CRP cost approval is regularly or not, and if it is not approved, whether it has to be ratified, and if it is not ratified, what has to be done. So PUFE transaction I have already explained. This is the total deadline there. So I have mentioned which PUFE transaction and what is the amount to be mentioned over here, what we are filing for it. So lastly, the COC, who has the COC voting share. If there are a number of COC persons, so we can mention who is the total claim and amount of claim admitted and total admitted claim and voting share in that. Lastly is the distribution model as per the section 53. So this is helpful when there is a plan and we can distribute accordingly. So as per the regulation, the dissenting stakeholder should not get less than the total section 53 waterfall method. So I have also described over here the things. This last sheet is just for the reference purpose where our documents are kept. This generally is being prepared by everyone, synchronized everywhere. I have tried to synchronize every data in a single sheet, every data over here. Now coming to the protection and licensing part, every formula over here is locked. You can see error window shown. Input cells are generally in yellow or white part, and you cannot accidentally break a calculation. Even if a junior staff member is entering data, they cannot bypass this data, because generally if we hand over the sheet to the lower staff, if they delete it, accidentally deleted, we have to just verify which they have deleted, because some data is punched in from link with one sheet or one cell or to other, so they cannot delete it. And also beauty of this sheet is this is the VBA for the security purpose. The VBA coding is there that validates the last license that is mentioned over here on the first page. So it will validate the license being purchased by you over here, and if the licensing been revoked, it will say the sheet cannot be usable, and if any tampering is done with the sheet will also become unusable.